Hey guys. Okay, so I have had a lot of people ask me questions about my hair recently, so I thought I would make this video about products that I use to keep my hair full, long, and strong. Let's talk about it. A year ago, middle of June 2022, I chopped all my hair off to my chin, which was a really big change for me. I've always worn my hair longer. Prior to that, I was on a TV show, and on the TV show, they were constantly putting in clip-ins and curling my hair, straightening my hair. It just all broke off. And when I showed up for the show, my hair was like down past my boobs. It was so long. So after the show, it was all scraggly. So fast forward, what was it? 8 months, and I chopped it all off bob, which was so cute and I loved it. But the whole reason I did it was because I wanted to start from scratch. Growing up, it was always about having the longest hair that you possibly could. So I've never worn it that short intentionally. It was my first time getting a professional haircut, which is so exciting. Since middle of June 2022, when my hair is to here, this is how long it's gotten. So it has grown quite a bit. I still have a little bit of thinning around my edges, and that's just due to wearing weaves and braids. I did 2 weaves in a frontal last year. I also did box braids, and the box braids was the worst decision I could have made. It completely tore out my edges, but I'm growing them back. So I wanted to share with you guys a little bit about my healthy hair routine and how I've grown my hair out and maintained it. The things that I use, particularly for my edges, is the Anala Power Potion. So I just take a few drops and I put them around my edges and then massage them in. It's a rice water complex, and it works better when I'm wearing my hair natural and it's not straight because it is water based, so it will make your hair curl up a little bit. It will revert a little bit to your natural pattern. Or what you can do is put it in, rub it in, just be careful not to get it too much on your hair, and then take a blow dryer and blow it out. But I use this. I think I've started to see results so far. I'll definitely do a check-in. I probably use it about 10 days out of the month. You're supposed to use it every day. I just forget. So at least 10 days out of the month, and we'll see what kind of growth happens from there. Another thing that I use for hair growth is hair oil. So this is not a particular brand or anything. I bought this little dropper from Whole Foods and I filled it with oils that I know are good for my hair. So let's back up a little bit. I would say that I have 4B, maybe sometimes 4A, but mostly 4B low porosity hair. Basically what that means is that my curl pattern is pretty tightly curled, but it's not zigzaggy. And low porosity hair means that I retain a lot of moisture, and it's tough for the moisture to leave, but it's also tough for the moisture to get in. But once it's in there, it retains. So things that are good for my hair are argan oil, almond oil, macadamia nut oil, just like light oils. Not a whole lot of product work the best for my hair. Also, deep conditioners are amazing because they really open up the cuticles. They get the moisture in, and then it stays in. So one way that you can figure out if you have high porosity hair or low porosity hair is if you take a strand of hair, you put it in a glass of water, just drop it on the top. If it sinks, that means that the cuticles are very open, and that means that a lot of moisture gets in and you have high porosity hair. It also means that your cuticles stay open a lot, so that means that moisture drains out very easily too. If your hair stays on the top, that means you have low porosity hair, and that means that it's really hard for the moisture to get in. So I have low porosity hair, about 4A, 4B, mostly 4B. So I like to use the oils that I just talked about, and I just put them in a dropper. And what I do is I take a couple drops, maybe like 2 to 3, massage it in my hand, and just like run it over my ends, and that's it. Just over my ends, and maybe just like a tiny bit in the front, just because those typically tend to be my driest hairs. And I do that maybe, I would say maybe like once or twice a week. Also, I typically get my hair done professionally at the salon every 3 to 4 weeks. I know that that can be expensive, but that's typically what works best for me and my time, and what works best for my hair. But when I do my own hair at home, these are the products that I use. I love, and I don't know if I'm saying this right, but I love Divinus. Divinus, it's an all natural brand, which I really appreciate, and they come with the cutest little travel sizes. So all I have are the travel sizes right now, but I want to get the full size. But I love, 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 love this product. The New shampoo, it's really just hydrating. My hair feels so soft after I use it. As a matter of fact, everything that I use on wash day besides one product is Davina's, and I really just feel like my hair is so light. Obviously this is my hair after I got it professionally done, but it honestly doesn't look too far off when I use Davina's, so I really love it. So you can buy it online, Davina's. This is the new shampoo, so it's extra hydrating. Love this product. And then I love the, clearly I love it, it's already out, the new conditioner. So I like to put the new conditioner, so what I like to do is shampoo my hair with the new shampoo, 1 to 2 washes and rinses of this, not too much, otherwise my hair will dry out so fast. So I like using this, and then I use the new conditioner. I put it in, I comb it through with this guy. This is my favorite wide tooth comb, as you can see here. I got it from Safeway like years and years ago. But you can find any kind of comb like this, and what I love too is that you can just hang it on your little shower handle, which is so great. So I use it in the shower and just comb it out. What I do is I take it, put it in a bun, maybe 1 or 2 buns, put a shower cap on top or a plastic bag, tie it tight, and then take this guy, which I got on Amazon, and it's actually a, what do you call it? Like a heat steam cap, I guess. You put it on, you plug it in. It's kind of crazy. You plug it in, and you put it on your head. You turn up the heat to the desired temperature. I typically just do low, it's plenty of heat. And I let it sit for about 10 to 15 minutes, and then I wash my hair out. I take a microfiber towel and I dry it. So after I wash my hair, I love using this microfiber towel. It's from Kitsch. I've had it for years, and it's great because you can put it on your head, twist it around, take this loop here, pin it in the front, and then you can just like, that looks kind of funny, but you can wear it on your head as your hair's drying, and you don't get water all over the place, and it doesn't fall off or anything like that. So that's great. And one other product that I really love from Kitsch is the head wrap. So what I do is when I wash my face or anything like that, I put this on really tight, and then that makes sure that I don't get any of my edges wet. So I use it in the shower, and then I also use it when I'm washing my face if I'm not in the shower. But this thing is gold. I've had both of these for probably 6 years, and they're still in great condition. So I highly recommend these. They're not very expensive, and they go a long way. I take the Davina's Love Smoothing Perfector. I put about, I don't know, a quarter size in my palm. I rub it together and rub it through my hair while it's wet. This stuff is really great, and it's a heat protectant, and it smells really good. Then I take the DD hair mist and spray it all over my hair. Again, this is like a conditioner. It's a leave-in conditioner, so it adds a lot of moisture, and it's also a bit of a heat protectant too. Love how it smells. The two of these together I really found protect my hair, keep it hydrated, and make it very shiny. So I use that. And then my favorite product of all time, you guys, okay? Refuse to use anything but a Dyson, which is, I know, it's spendy. It's definitely an investment though, because this thing works better than any other blow dryer I've ever used. I don't know how many of you guys grew up going to black hair salons and they would blow dry your hair with a blow drying comb, and the dang comb would be falling off and clattering to the floor every single, you know, minute, which was so frustrating. And or they'd have to hold it like this and their hand would be getting hot, or it'd be duct taped, you know what I mean? And it was because they didn't really have good blow dryers back then that were made for black hair that had attachments that didn't come off. Well, this never has ever come off for me. It's magnetic, which I really love. These run about $500, which I know is very expensive, but honestly, it's way less damaging than any other blow dryer I've used on my hair. I really appreciate the product. The wide or the tooth comb is like the perfect width, which is great, and it's really lightweight. It's not super loud. It's easy to travel with. I really highly recommend, if you're going to invest in anything this year for your hair, get a Dyson. It will cut your drying time literally in half. I think drying my hair now takes 10 minutes most, whereas before, oh my gosh, drying my hair used to take 30 minutes, and it was just a nightmare, and it would come out so frizzy and so dry. So really truly invest in a Dyson. You can use other attachments if you want to, but this is what I use on wash day. And you can set it to a few different settings. So what I like to do is I typically, just because I'm not a professional and I'm doing it to myself and I want to just make sure my hair is as healthy as possible, I typically don't go past 2 heat settings. So just two lights for heat, and then 2 lights for the amount of air coming out. I'm sure professionals turn it all the way up, but I would just recommend not going over 2. And then also a fun tip too is that after you work out, one way that I make sure that I keep my press as straight as possible even after working out is taking the Dyson, putting it on no heat, all the way up with the air, and then turning on the cool air, and then I just run it through my hair after I've worked out, and it is back to being straight, no problem, and I'm not using heat. It's just been such a saver for me, and it's allowed me to work out still, which I really appreciate. So get a Dyson. So after I've blow dried my hair, then I move on to straightening it. So when I straighten my hair, I always use a rat tooth comb. So I really recommend getting one. This is black ice carbon. I don't know if it's anything special, but sorry, there's hair in it. I don't know if it's anything special, but I really like it and it doesn't get hot because I use the chase method. So that means that I take it right behind the flat iron like this, right in front of the flat iron, so that way all the strands stay really straight and it gets straighter when you straighten it. This is the straightener that I use. I've been using it probably for, I don't know, 6 or 7 years, and I absolutely love it. The chai straightener, it's ceramic and it's just a little bit easier on the hair. Heats up right away, which I love, and you can set it to any heat. I never go over 320 when I'm doing my hair at home, and honestly, nothing over 300 is better, but if I really want to get like these edges just a little bit straighter, then I'll do 320. We've washed the hair, conditioned it, blow dried it, straightened it. Now, just for the last bit of styling, I like to use Moroccan oil, the Moroccan oil treatment, or you can use the Glimmer Shine, which I really love too. I need to get more of it, but this is great. I just pump a little bit into my hand, probably like a dime size, not very much. Rub it between my hands, just take it along the top to keep these wispies and flyaways down, and then I'll just do a tiny bit on the ends, and it really just adds such a nice shine. So I love that Moroccan oil. Okay, so now that my hair is all nice and pressed and ready to go, how do I maintain it? So a couple things that I do, again, make sure that my hair stays straight, shiny, manageable, and also healthy. So instead of using normal hair ties, I always use a silk hair tie. I really like these hair ties by Slip. They're thin and you can get them in all different colors, but I like to get them in black. And then once they, get dirtier, if they start to smell or whatever, I go ahead and just pop them in the washing machine and then I hang dry them. But I love these. They really do make sure that you don't have nearly as much breakage, but I really recommend not putting your hair in a ponytail more than twice a week. But I like to use these. Another tool that I like to use to protect my hair is this guy. I like to, if I'm not going to use a hair tie, because I'm only using that twice a week, I'll just take my hair, wrap it around like this, take the clip and put it in. Obviously, I would style it a little bit more, but I'm just showing you guys for now. I love this clip. It's plastic, but it's a really hard plastic. And I think that it has metal going through it too. I've had this for probably 3 years. And typically with clips, if you accidentally sit on it or like step on it the wrong way or anything, it breaks in a second. This one has never broken. I think it's really good quality. You can get it from Shopbop. I believe it's Kitsch. I'll post it below, whatever it is, but I love this hair clip, so I really recommend it. At night, I always wrap my hair because wrapping your hair will protect it from the cotton pillows or whatever pillows you have from drying it out. So it's really important to protect your hair during the day and at night. So I always use a hair wrap. I will typically use a mesh wrap like this. I will put my hair in a beehive and then put the mesh wrap around it so it stays secure. And then on top of that, I believe this is by Evolve. It's just a do-rag. So I take the do-rag, wrap it around, tie it, and again, it's not gonna look super cute at night, but I'm telling you it is worth it because your hair will not break off. I really recommend investing in a mesh wrap and a do-rag, wearing it at night because it will save your hair and it will grow longer, quicker, stronger, faster. And to get it in that beautiful beehive shape, I use this guy. This is actually one of my new favorite brushes. I just got it from Ulta. Sorry, there's hair in all my brushes, but I just got it from Ulta. It's Wigo. It's a boar bristle brush, and it's just really soft on my hair. I noticed that even if I style it in like a bun or if I style it in pigtails or something like that, this really just smooths it out so nicely. So you can really use it to smooth it out. I'll make sure to link it below, but I love this brush. And you always gotta have a comb like this. So just your average comb, not a wide tooth, but just a normal one. I use it every day. This is the best one I use to detangle my ends in the morning after I take the do-rag out, so make sure you got one of these. Other than that, other maintenance tips that I can really recommend for you are making sure that you get trims every 2 to 3 months. I like to go every 2 to 3 months to a professional. I go to Jean Moraes in Seattle at University Village. Shout out to Mariana Green, she's amazing. But I always get my hair professionally cut. And what I love too is when she cuts it, she has done this blunt cut. Also, I'm growing in the front because I had cut it into bangs that were up to here. So they're a little bit shorter than everything else. And my hair here is a little bit thinner. But what I have her do, actually what she does on her own because she's a professional and knows more than I do, but it's still a blunt cut all the way around until you get to the front. But the blunt cut in the back, she does add just like a tiny, tiny bit of layering, which makes it look a little thicker and fuller. And then when I get my hair done at the salon, just like a wash and press, I have her just bend the ends ever so slightly, and it just really looks full, thick, beautiful, and photo ready at all times, which I love. So make sure you're getting your routine hair trims and or cuts. I also recommend drinking as much water as you can, taking your vitamins, getting exercise, getting sleep, eating well. All of those things, they go such a long way. Can you imagine if you weren't giving yourself enough water, your body and your skin would be so dry and dehydrated? Well, that's the same thing that happens to your hair. Same thing that happens if you're not taking enough vitamins and minerals. So make sure that you're doing those things too. But I hope you guys enjoyed this. I will continue to post updates about my hair and any other tips or tricks that I find, any more products that I'm trying. But this is where I'm at in my hair journey. Comment below where you're at in your hair journey. Thank you. Bye.